Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hello there. The death cure. Now, I have no problem with kids being able to infiltrate, places. I have no problem with a lot of the stuff that they introduce, which apparently cause issues for some people. The one thing that I gotta say, just right off the bat, that really pissed me off in this movie was, well, actually, that's few. The fact that Thomas still went back to Teresa. The fact that he has an attachment to her. Okay, Thomas has led to the death, and I got through this in Scorched Trials, the death of many free friends. They died in the process of trying to be free, which is good. Here, she betrayed them, made a deal for them, that small group of his, to be safe, which is like 6 people, which is like Minho, and Newt, and Thomas. They would all be safe as they're researched. But in this movie, it starts out with Minho being the most tortured out of all of them. Is that like for revenge of what Thomas had done? Is that why? It's just like that's like, you made a deal, and here the company you made a deal with broke the deal with you, because they introduced to Teresa, like, he's the most, so of course she's okay with it. But it's just like, how can you be okay with it? That makes absolutely no sense. They broke your agreement. I mean, they broke your agreement, and she's still standing there fine with it. She's a cold-hearted, someone that absolutely just deserves to die. And they introduce that. They make it seem as if she's a terrible human being, constantly. So it really aggravates me when Thomas first sees her again for the first time in the start of the third act. Yes, at some point, when he sees her, he's just like instantly love-struck again. And it's just like, dude, this lady has led to the death of hundreds of your friends. Hundreds of innocent children. This girl has led them to their doom in search of a cure. There is no way in anyone's right mind would they ever, knowing that, look at a girl that they once cared for and go like, oh my gosh. No, you burn her at the stake. She's a deceitful, that needs to be taken out. She needs to be taken out. She's a huge, just like, oh my gosh. Everything, because it's just like they introduced the fact that Brenna likes Thomas, and it's just like, yeah, I like Brenna. Brenna's cool. Brenna's smart. She tends to have the skills to take care of herself, to take care of others, to help out, is willing to do anything for Thomas. Yet Thomas is only willing to do anything for Teresa. It's just like every time they introduce something else that would work, that it's just like, okay, yes, don't go back to her. Because, like, they find out that Thomas is, of course, like, the cure-all everything. And it's just like, Teresa asks him to come back, and it's just like, dude, you've been through this several times. And it's just like, the only good thing she ever did was just like, she died, letting him live. And it was like, okay, fine. The one thing that pissed, but then again, at the very end, Thomas carves Teresa's name in a stone, which was just like, that makes no sense. She has led to the death of all the people on that stone. And you're carving her name on there for respect? No, everyone on that, if anything, circle around her name and put an arrow to everyone else. Just put like, cause death of, right underneath Teresa, and then have it point to everybody else. Then I would be okay with it. Why? Because she led to the death of everyone. It's funny how one stupid thing in the entire movie kind of destroys the entire movie. Because I love the introduction. I love how they steal literally a ton of kids. They basically do that solo movie heist with the train and lifting it up into the air after they've taken it and then they just fly away with it. Yeah, stealing like 50-something kids, only leaving 28 behind left to be rescued. Yeah, it's just like, and then going to the city. And actually, I ranted about this in Scorched Trials, where they could just build a wall around a city. That's what they did, but only for themselves. They didn't push it out anymore. They didn't do anything else like that, but it's just like, they did it. They did it, so that means they were thinking about it. Apparently, the virus became airborne, though, like other viruses nowadays, as we know they're all airborne. Yeah, but it's just like, okay, so everyone's going to be infected, and they weren't able to find the cure, only to find out they found the cure-all by accident because Brenna's still fine. She didn't turn again. Yeah. Oh, because everything was going smoothly. I was like, cool. I liked how they got the kids. I liked how they did all that. But it's just like that one thing in the movie, which is Thomas, for some reason, having this weird attraction to Teresa, really does destroy the entire franchise. It really does make the whole story crash into a brick wall. Because that is the one thing that you just can't understand. It makes absolutely no sense for something like that to happen. Yeah. I'm going to leave it right there. Thank you all for watching. The Maze Runner was the best YA up until that last bit. Honestly, they should do a re-edit and remove all those bits. Remove, if anything, he sees Brenna, and then instead of walking away, they just do something else. Have him have an edit where they're together later on. They skip everything else. Just forget everything else. Forget everything else. It's not important. We don't need to know. Oh my gosh. How could no one have that issue? Okay, you know what? Yeah, thank you all for watching. I would love a re-edit. That would make it the greatest YA movie I've ever seen if it didn't crash and burn at the very end because of one stupid mistake. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. Toodles.